Week after week, a new episode of Fast Track brings you the latest events and happenings from around the Purdue and Lafayette communities. But what goes into this student-run production?
Fast Track is a student-produced 30-minute weekly news magazine that airs both on campus and on local cable in the Lafayette community. It's the product of two classes in the Brian Lamb School of Communication, Communication 408 and 409. It essentially gives students two chances to experience what it's like to work in a real world news production situation.
The reason why students decide to join Fast Track varies, but they can all agree that it is a worthwhile experience.
Well, I'm a first-year reporter here on Fast Track News, and so far I'm loving it. I really wanted to join Fast Track to not only gain more experience on camera, but to get some more experience editing, which I know that these days when you go out in the market, you need to be able to edit, write, and shoot. So I wanted to definitely strengthen my skills in that area.
Well, the thing is, with being a meteorologist, wanting to be a broadcast meteorologist, you have to do some reporting as well. And I had no reporting experience coming into my senior year at Purdue, and I knew I had to get some. So I emailed Doug, and we talked about Fast Track, and then I just enrolled for the class, and it's been a great success so far.
Students are forced to break out of their comfort zones and are pushed to get interviews, meet time constraints, and make sure they are covering stories that are of value to viewers.
I'm used to doing hard news packages, so going from a minute 45 to 2 minutes is something that I'm used to doing, and when I got to Fast Track, it had to be 3 minutes to 3.5 minutes. So it was a little bit of an obstacle at first, but you know, I'm getting to know a lot more about features and not so much hard investigative news, so that's been something I've learned.
As a capstone class, Fast Track serves as an opportunity for students to not only earn credit towards graduation, but also have hands-on experience that will better prepare them to enter the real world of television broadcasting.
Really the fact that we're doing everything ourselves. That's the way the industry's going now, and I think that it's an excellent thing that we're doing at Fast Track, you know, shooting, editing, and writing everything ourselves. I mean, we're making ourselves really marketable as we go out into the field.
On a weekly basis, I have to come up with a weekly forecast for Fast Track, which is a little bit harder than what most meteorologists have to do because they do that specific day. I have to my forecasts are actually like 3 to 9 day forecasts rather than traditional 1 to 7. So mine's a little bit harder, but I get that forecast ready every Thursday morning because we film the weather Thursday night. So I get that together, I do the graphics, and then practice a little bit at home just so I get an idea, so I know the weather story throughout the entire week, so I know whether to emphasize cooler temperatures or if we're going to warm up or if we're going to see a lot of rain.
In addition to giving students a real look into working in broadcasting, the class also helps students attain jobs after graduation.
Many of the students who take Fast Track are really career-oriented. They want to work somewhere in broadcast news, and we're finding that many of them are actually doing that, whether it's immediately after graduation or usually within the first year of graduation. They're working, like most newscasters, they begin in a small market somewhere in the U.S. and work their way up the ladder from there. And the students who are leaving Fast Track are pretty successful in landing those kinds of careers.
Reporting for Fast Track, I'm Lauren Hauserman.